Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And it's time for another episode
of the Hype Factor.
I need one of those.
Oh God!
And
this is the
April edition. Bloody hell!
We're already in April, so stay tuned. Next one is gonna be basically UKG
edition. Yeah, exactly. We're getting closer to that.
But we still have
loads.
Another 5 games that we picked for you that are coming to retail in 2025.
This year, allegedly. 2025.
That's what we've been told.
Allegedly.
It's not our fault if that don't happen. But
don't blame us. Blame someone else. But
blame
still,
Trump. Maybe.
Blame Trump. Exactly.
That very much could be. But if you want to know which one of these 5 games we picked for you, you click the subscribe button.
Do that. Absolutely. Hit the hype button, as we like to say, and join us in our journey as we look at these 5 games for you in this month's Hype Factor.
Let's go.
Rolling dice, feeling nice. Cardboard dreams and game schemes. Click subscribe, it's a vibe. Board Stupid's all we need. Board Stupid, game reviews for you and me. Board Stupid, here's what you should play and see.
Okay, the first one we got on the list for you is something that it's been kind of like tipped by our good friend Rob. So,
love you, Rob.
Love you so much. And we're talking about Molly House. Now, this game is basically based in the early 18th century London. And the name should give a little bit away. But it's basically a player takes the roles of the gender-defined Mollys of the early 18th centuries. So basically all the queer community at the time that, as you can imagine, was kind of like struggling, unfortunately.
Heavily persecuted, I thought. So, and this is a game where you're going to be throwing grand parties for your community, trying to celebrate life and have a great time, while avoiding everyone that's trying to basically
avoiding the snitches
and the constables that are going to wreck your parties and all of that good stuff.
And the Tories
probably. So, and with that, this is a card drafting game, so it's a very much card-driven game. So you're going to be drafting your hands of cards and then using cards to do actions on your turn. This has like some really great sort of negotiation elements as far as we can see, where negotiating with your other players, and then also kind of a push your luck type element where it feels like, at least from what we can gather, the more that you're playing, the more you might attract the attention of the constables.
Yeah, exactly, because the bigger party you do, the more someone is going to be jealous about you living life and having fun, and
they'll probably knock that down for you.
Exactly.
So, but we've heard great stuff about this.
I
really played it. Let us know. It was amazing.
I really want to try to play this as soon as possible.
It's Cole Worley game as well. Cole Worley from Worley Good Games as well as Leader Games. But Worley, we love Cole Worley. He does
absolutely.
He does wild designs and he likes to stretch mechanisms.
Yes. And in these games, he's stretching mechanisms and stretching the themes as well, because he's quite
it's super interesting theme.
It's an important theme.
Yes.
And I can see how early 800 is not that far away in some countries.
In some countries, we might be going back to those times.
Yeah, you might understand what we're saying. So, the games, we're really looking forward to this Molly House.
So, Matt, the next game on this list, we're going to break the habit of a lifetime and feature potentially a solo game or a 2-player cooperative.
1 or 2 player,
You can play it 2-player co-op, or you can play it by yourself as a roguelike, and this is Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Now, this caught my eye for a few reasons.
Yes.
It does cool stuff with cards, and we do like a card player, a 2-player card game.
Yes.
Very much. We both
like this.
But this uses card construction where you can change your cards.
So the game itself is a roguelike deck building with card
Construction.
crafting. So basically, the cards, you can modify the cards that you're playing with, and basically then when you restart, you're gonna have more power and all that
Yes.
stuff. With this very cool like
sci-fi
sci-fi
kind of theme
theme,
going
yeah,
on.
it looks pretty cool. And again, we start seeing this rise now of this new solo game waves,
Yeah.
where we've already seen a few like
Time Troopers was one.
the Time Trooper. This one is one that is quite interesting. I think they're pushing the boundaries to do new things, and
Yes.
this is very much on our list.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. Reminds me, if you watch Solo Leveling, the anime, it's kind of that, but sci-fi is it's pretty cool.
Yeah, leveling up your deck as you go along, facing more and more dangers. I love a co-op game anyway, and this looks like it's going to be doing some really interesting stuff. Love the idea of that with card construction as well as deck building. This could be something to
Yeah,
take a
it
look
could
at.
be unstoppable.
It could be. Matt, what's next?
We got two Tolleno.
Where's Tolleno?
I've got no idea. I think it does say Southern Europe. Might be Spain. Sounds Spain.
Would it be funny?
Definitely
if it was
sounds
Italy?
not.
That sounds Spanish.
No, I can't. No. If it is, I'm really sorry. But anyway, in Tolleno is the new game from the guys at Sit Down.
Sit Down Games.
So for stuff like Map of Mystera, the Magic Maze,
Yeah, those
and
games.
what was the photography one? Redwood.
Redwood, yes, that's right.
So yeah, so they came out recently with a few hits. So yeah, absolutely. And this one sounds really fun because it's basically a city building. But all the players share the same cities, and everybody kind of like adds to that city. So it's a tile placement where the city grows bigger and bigger.
And placing your tokens as well, right?
Yeah, you place your token. There are the buildings, so you're basically trying to be the coolest in the city, the coolest builder in the city. And there is this very nice mechanics with the boat. So at a certain point, you're gonna have a boat where you can move across the rivers because you say, you know what, that building that was there, I'm gonna move it to the other side of the city because it's better, it's cooler. So it sounds really interesting. It looks really nice.
Really beautiful
Pretty
production,
and,
like really simple but very effective production.
Yeah.
It's super nice.
So this one is on the radar to definitely have a look.
Yes.
We're trying to see if it's a UKG or it's gonna be a spiel. We don't know, but
if it's UKG, we'll certainly go check this one out. But this does a few things that we like. We love that tile token placement. We love that sort of competitive area majority type element as well.
And city building. Yeah, absolutely. This falls on ticks a lot of boxes.
So that's Tolleno, is it?
Tolleno.
Tell us where that is.
For the next one, we got Pandemic.
No, we don't.
Pandemic in the Middle Earth.
Maybe.
Yes. We got Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship.
So this is a game designed by Matt Leacock, and when you think Matt Leacock, you think a few things, but you probably think Pandemic. But most recently he did Daybreak, which was a real sort of bend outside of the norm.
Yes, for him. Yeah.
It has the cooperative elements, has a little bit of crisis control, but it was fantastic. I mean, I love Daybreak, it's amazing. And this is taking Matt Leacock's cooperative design principles, which he does excellently, one of the best in the world, and applying them to the Middle Earth IP. I love that as a concept. I love that. You're going to be playing 2 characters each, which is unusual.
Yeah.
So each player will play 1 to 5 players, will control two characters, protecting Frodo, trying to get the ring to Mount Doom and throw it in there.
Exactly.
All the while trying to avoid Sauron's searching eye.
And the Nazgul.
All that stuff that you might know and love.
Yeah. But it sounds like, so basically the map itself is Middle Earth.
Love it.
And you and your fellowship trying to protect Frodo, battling and all that stuff in the famous location,
Yeah,
you know. So it sounds kind of like pandemic-y when you go from city to city. It's kind of like remind me a little bit, but maybe it's gonna be completely different.
Maybe there is a dice tower.
It's got a Barandur dice tower, so just for that, I'm already sold.
Yeah.
So,
You go check out the pictures. That looks awesome.
but yeah, and then basically each playthrough is gonna be different because there are gonna be different events coming out, different different crises,
Different combinations of characters as well. Yeah, different crises. I get it. Lots of different.
But it's in Middle Earth, so yeah.
Here for it.
Yes,
Well,
it's not pandemic. It's not using the pandemic system.
No.
But it's from the pandemic guy, published by Z-Man. That is the pandemic publisher. But this looks pretty cool.
It looks like it's more complex than those games.
Yeah.
So this looks like it has more going on. I love the idea of Sauron's eye searching different locations.
Yeah, that's pretty
you have
cool.
to avoid that. I love that as a concept.
I'm not really sold on the artwork, but that's maybe me. That's the only thing. I think the Office Dog did a better job with their artwork. But this could be like a really, really good game from someone that is in the Olympus of the design.
Of game design, absolutely. So that's Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship.
That one.
All right, Matt, what's the last one on this month's Hype Fact?
Last one is a game that we actually saw the first time that we went to Spiel together.
Yeah, 2023.
2023.
Spiel 23.
And at the time was just a little bit more than a prototype, but not more than that.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Floe. From Pika Games / Fantasia Games. It's
an
like
imprint.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an imprint of that company.
When we saw the game at the time, I think it looks quite different now. It went through different stages.
Yes.
It was very successful
Yes.
on the Kickstarter.
Certainly was.
And now this year is actually been delivered and coming to retail.
And it's coming to retail.
And it sounds really interesting because it's kind of like an adventure strategy game. So it's not a dungeon crawler at all. It's more similar. It's the same guys that did Endless Winter. That is completely opposite to it.
Yes.
But it got some similarity in terms of at least the environment, because it's all like in this icy.
Yeah, this icy beautiful production, by the way.
But
This environment.
with this very like nice characters, like animal fight, like something more like toward the
more like a chibi art almost, but not really.
yeah,
It's like more
kind
cartoony, but it looks. I mean, the production looks absolutely.
of Everdell,
Yeah,
but
it's
more in
more
a
like that,
more
yeah.
in a fighting way.
Yeah.
It's Everdell meet Roots and mix them together.
But a beautiful production. So these folks, the Fantasia team and Pika Games team, don't do games by halves. The production is full on. It's absolutely stunning. This game has now gone through some iterations. It has some legacy elements to it, which will expand the game over time, where you're going to be putting stickers on the map, etc., expanding more things that you can go and do.
Yeah.
It has this kind of interesting action system and movement system.
Resource management for each one of the characters.
Yeah,
So
all that good stuff. I mean, like when you can actually see an early, somewhere on the channel, you can see very early sort of interview where we went through the whole sort of concept. But it's changed so much since then. But it looks absolutely stunning.
It looks.
We were interested at the time, and now we're more interested.
Yes, absolutely. I remember, when we did the interview back in the days, I was like, it was interesting. It looks pretty cool. But now that the final product is there, I'm really would like to get my paws on.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
Yeah.
So go get Chili, go get Floe.
Flow.
That was it for yet another edition
Of the Hype Factor.
So there we are. That's another one. Another 5 games.
Yeah.
They don't stop coming.
No,
There's so many.
If you haven't watched it, there is the January edition, the February edition, the March edition. So go check those are the 5 games.
There's a whole playlist that'll link right there.
Absolutely, and I just can't wait. Like the more games come out, the better it is.
Yeah.
And
amazing.
the tariff will not stop our will to play.
Well, not in Europe.
Yeah, at least
Sorry, US.
for now. Well,
Sorry.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
bad.
sad
Gonna
times.
be bad.
But if you want to know more about that, maybe
Yeah.
check out the Patreon.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did a whole video about
We
that.
got a whole video
All
about
sorts.
the tariff.
And loads of other stuff.
Beep
Loads of fun
show,
stuff.
because it's can't say
It's a show.
It's a
show.
kids show. But yeah, check the Patreon, and we do have a discussion about tariff, plus a lot of other things that we keep adding every time.
Exclusive content to patrons.
Yeah, just for you for buying us
It gets
a coffee.
extra hype.
But otherwise, you click the subscribe button,
Still a good amount of hype.
and yeah, and then
Check out the rest of our videos.
Hype factor, I guess.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Ciao.
What's to be? What's to be? Game reviews for you and me. What's to be? What's to be? Here's what you should play and see.